Time is the most valuable thing in our lives, but we keep finding creative ways to waste it without knowing that we are actually killing ourselves. We forget the fact that since we were born, we are dying. Time is irrecoverable. The more it's used wisely, the more its value increases. It makes me sad when I hear the "I don't have time" myth. We hear someone saying, "I wish I have time to take a vacation, or to spend with my family, or to read a book, or to work out." We only have 24 hours a day. And we may wonder, what is the problem with time? Is it that 24 hours a day is not enough? Or is it that we don't manage our time efficiently? I was reading a book about time management, and it mentioned a study that was done. It says that if the average age we live is 60, we spend 20 years of our lives sleeping and 9 years of our lives working. So we spend 31 years doing other things than sleeping and working, which are our best excuses why we don't have enough time. The study also mentions that on average a person daily spends 4 minutes speaking to the life partner and half a minute speaking to the children. And if a person reaches 80, he'll spend only 10 days of his entire life talking to his children. What I want to turn the light on is that the problem is not that we don't have enough time. The problem is that we don't manage our time efficiently. To manage our time, we need to manage ourselves first. It's kind of managing ourselves by ourselves. When talking about time management, it's like trying to tame the time and control it so it doesn't control us. Time management has the same rules as business management, where you have an available time, 24 hours, and you need to do your things in the shortest time and the minimum effort, so you claim some time for yourself to rest and to plan for the future. Unfortunately, some people think, and I was one of them, that time management means seriousness and no time to rest, while it's not. The principle is simple. We need to prepare our tools before working, and it's the same for the time. We need to plan how we'll spend it during the day. Now let's go to the principles of managing our time. Principle number 1, value your time. To manage your time, you need to value your time. People who don't value your time are the most who waste their time. And to value your time, you need to understand that there's nothing called free time. It's a fairy tale made by irresponsible people. So don't say that. Only irresponsible people have free time. And to make things clear, free time is when you have nothing to do. When you plan to do your hobbies or to relax, this is not free time. You're using your time. To help us value our time, we need to surround ourselves with people who are organized and value their time, so we get infected. On the other hand, we need to be cured of people who don't value their time, so avoid their company, especially if they are your friends. In my opinion, a friendship that doesn't push you towards success is not a true friendship. Principle number 2, make a solid decision and stand for it. You have to make a decision that you start and continue managing your time whatever happens. Use a calendar and write down what you have to do during the day. Sometimes things will just interfere and ruin your schedule for the day. But it's okay. What is important is that you don't give up. Make sure your schedule doesn't choke you by making it flexible, so you change it however you want according to your day's events. The reason you need to write down your to-do list is that it relieves your stress, since everything is organized now and you don't have to keep thinking about it. Moreover, it neglects any chance of forgetting what you have to do, and it helps to add valuable time as much as possible in your everyday. Don't underestimate saving a couple of minutes from being wasted. If you add half an hour every day, let's say working for dreams, that means you add 26 work days in a year, which means you add a month of working for every year. Every minute counts, so consider saving as much as you can from being wasted. Principle number 3, determine your priorities well. In order to manage your time and organize your schedule well, you need to determine the importance of every task that should be done and classify them. So start in descending order, from the most important to the least important. Don't forget to add time for you to rest and to spend with your family. You don't want your total time spent with your family to be 10 days when you become 80. So make sure you have your priorities well classified, so you don't postpone the important matters when sudden things appear. Principle number 4, organize your workplace. Organizing any workplace is important for you to focus and eliminate any distraction that might consume your time, whether you're studying, working, or even drawing. Make sure you have a space in your room and only the things you're working with on your table or desk, so you focus with no distraction. Principle number 5, focus on what is between your hands at the moment. It's important when you work on something that you don't think about other things. I used to do that when I do the things that I don't necessarily like. It distracts you from the main thing that you should be focusing on, so you waste your time without finishing what you've started. Focus on what you're doing, and if you start something, finish it. If you really can't focus, remind yourself of the reward you'll have when you finish your task. Sometimes we have to do the things we don't like to achieve the things we like. It's normal. But if you don't like what you have to do you temporarily or permanently need it to achieve something you like or to become something better? If yes, then have the discipline and the will and do it. If no, then can you replace it with something more beneficial you like? If yes, then replace it. If no, then just get rid of it. But I don't recommend that because I believe that there's always another beneficial thing to do. Principle number 6. Learn to say no. Don't be afraid or shy to say it for everything that takes your valuable time away from you without any right to do that. It's your life currency. You should only spend it on the things you want. Don't think about people's reaction when you say no to them. If they are here for you, they'll eventually understand. If they are not, you learn a few details about the people who should not be in your surroundings. In both cases, you are the winner. Now you know the most important principles to manage your time. But what is even more important is applying them. Knowledge is the greatest treasure in the world, but using it is the true power. Remember, some businesses might require money as a capital, but every business requires time, which is our main capital in life. Time is life, so use it wisely. I hope you find this useful. In the next video, we'll talk about the worst time thieves and how to deal with them. So if you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing so you don't miss any valuable information. I hope I see you in the next video. Goodbye.